Well, thanks. I'm Ryan Murphy, president of Shamrock Plus, and we're here today with Ivan Chow,
Hey, Ryan.
the man, the legend. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in today.
Again, Ivan Chow. I am a retired architect after having practiced for over 40 years. I started planning my retirement into art. I wanted to talk about how this particular drawing that we're highlighting came about. Right at the outset of COVID, every city was experiencing this increased sadness about what the future held, right? So I wanted to do something at home, sort of in my burgeoning art, to do something to bring back some of the joy. So I started to think, well, what's next? For me, what can I do? And in a way, this wasn't something public, it was something intensely private. How do I celebrate the city I live in? So I came up with this idea of doing an aerial view of downtown Savannah from the air to celebrate basically the downtown area, the waterfront, and all the things that were going on, which was being hampered in so many ways by COVID. So I started to look at both Google Maps and Google Earth, and I found that Google Earth had a better vantage point. You could get higher than you would with Google Maps. And I realized there were a lot of missing parts. Eastern Wharf had not even begun. Planet Riverside was at least 5 years out of date. So much had been done, it was actually almost complete. The Museum of Art section was missing. The Hive, SCAD's Hive whole complex had already been complete, but there was nothing there on Google Earth. So this Google Earth image was probably, I want to say, 10 years old.
Okay.
Right. So that's when I thought, well, I need someone that could get high enough so I can see what's going on. And I thought immediately, so of course Ryan and I had known each other for a while. So we came up with some ideas. So what if you flew your drones up and took multiple angles of the missing sections of the city that I needed to draw?
I mean, I remember you had sent me this image, said, this is the viewpoint, this is what I want to do. Can you give me that shot? And I'm like, Ivan, I cannot fly a drone legally that high. We're typically limited to about 400 feet above ground level without further authorization and things. This image is probably like, I don't know, 6,000 or 8,000 AGL, right? So that very quickly was going to be implausible for a drone. But like you said, what we did is kind of highlighted these areas that you needed us to go in, get a closer look, and really use that image.
So this was a great shot because this, even though the Atlantic had not been completed, I could, that drone shot gave me exactly the footprint I needed that was missing here, right? And when I blew this up, I could actually plot all these images. We had to do some scaling. I got the Atlantic, so I could draw that. I actually worked on the project through Sotil's office, and actually had the drawings.
Okay,
so I knew
makes it easier.
Yes,
I knew what it was going to look like.
It's supposed to look like, so I could actually draw it. So this photo, shot by drone. How high do you think this was?
This is probably from 400 feet.
400 feet.
I mean, we were trying to get the biggest overall way to fake this 6,000 foot view.
I didn't need it to be the exact same angle.
Right.
You could just project from where you are, and as long as you have the footprints, you could recreate that, right? So Planet Riverside was done, and then there was nothing at Eastern Wharf. There was nothing on that side except for that hotel. So this shot, super helpful. That helped me put all the pieces together. So I was able to come up with this angle, got all the footprints and all the line work done, and then the production really kicked in after that. So that's the story. It continues to, even though it was done almost 5 years ago, it continues to fascinate people that, we see a lot of aerial renditions of regions and cities and all that, but to have something hand-drawn is especially, I guess, humane. It adds that human touch that I think is missing in a lot of what we do as architects.